All right, Shalom. Hey, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Rakha HaKodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the Akim that's pushing his truth across the four winds of the earth with all truth and sincerity. Shalom. It's your brother Khan from the GMS Columbus camp. Just coming to you with a real quick hit. As you can see, I got this video pulled up of this little Jake, which is you know, the video I'm gonna show you was a little disturbing, but we can expect that from the little monsters that's being raised today, because we know that these Eves out here, these N dubs, they ain't really raising their children right. So of course Big Mama gotta raise them, but Big Mama get disrespected more than the mother gets disrespected, especially in today's time, man. These kids are very unruly. They're disrespectful. They're very entitled, and that's what you see going on. And the Lord is going to destroy a lot of kids, man. The Lord is not a respecter of person, and these children that's out here being disrespectful to their parents, hey, the Lord's going to judge them for it, man. And I'm gonna play this video real quick and let y'all see this, man. And I'm gonna get a couple scriptures and wrap it up.
Leave my stuff! Leave my stuff alone! Look off me! Get my stuff! Get my shit! Look off me!
Now, as you can see, uh, you got this little Jake N Dub, little Jake N Dub uh, putting hands on a grandmother, which is a despicable act. Hey, the scriptures tell you to honor your mother and father that you may have long days, man. And I'm let me grab that real quick. Let me look that up. I get the one of Exodus. This is Exodus 20:12, and it says, "Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy power giveth thee." Right. The scriptures tell you to honor your mother and your father, and you damn sure should be honoring your grandmother. But these kids don't have no honor and respect for adults, period, in this society, in Generation Z. And the Lord is getting ready to burn all y'all ass up, man. You're gonna be left here, as it speaks in the book of Ezekiel, and melted. That's what's gonna happen to a lot of you Jakes, you young Jakes out here, man. That's out here being disrespectful to your parents, not listening, you know. And the scriptures gotta had a law on that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get that real quick. If you Jakes, hey, in ancient times, if you Jakes cut up, this was what was done to you to put evil out of Israel. This is Proverbs 21:18, and it reads, "If a man have a stubborn or salat, if a man have a stubborn and rebellious son or daughter, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they have chastened him will not hearken unto him," which hearken means to listen, and that's what Jake has a hard time doing. These young Jakes think they know everything. You can't tell them anything about life. They know it all. They was born with all the wisdom. You know, they don't want knowledge from their elders. They want to do what they want to do. They want to think how they want to think, and it's going to cost them their lives. It says, "Then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him and bring him out unto the elders of the city and unto the gate of his place. And they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious." Yeah, hard headed, won't listen, lazy. "He will not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard, and all the men of his city shall stone him with stones that he die. So a rebellious, stubborn child back in the ancient times was stoned to death. And a lot of you Jakes, hey, if you was back in those times, you'll be put to death. You got a lot of children that back talk their parents, won't listen, you know, just do what they want to do, you know, and that's not right. You know, you're supposed to honor your mother and your father, man, as the scriptures has commanded you to do, that your days might be long. Because when you don't honor your mother and father, your days are going to be short. Your days are going to be cut short, and you're going to die. Whatever judgment the Lord put on your ass. I'm gonna read that from the top. This is Deuteronomy 21 and 21. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones that he die. So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear. That's right. Because if these things were being done today, I guarantee you, you wouldn't have the things that's going on in today's time, man. If you would uh, bring these little hard head knuckleheads in front of the elders of their city, and if you're a rebellious, stubborn child, won't listen, lazy, won't do anything, won't hearken to your mother and father, that you should be stoned to death. I bet you wouldn't have these problems. The Lord, hey, the Lord don't play, man. For a lot of you Jakes that think, hey, the Lord, hey, he's a merciful power, but he's a stern power, you know, that judges, man. Even children are not uh they're not exempt from being judged, man. And that little demon, she needs to be judged for hitting on her grandmother like that, man. And there's more incidents that happen like this on a daily basis. And she had the nerve to film this. She filmed it. Let me get it another scripture real quick. I ain't gonna make this long. This is Proverbs, because she know what she doing. She know right from wrong, man. This is Proverbs 20 and 11. And it reads, even a child is known by his doings, whether his work be pure and whether it be right. And that little young demon, that little young end she know that wasn't right what she was doing. That's why she set it up and filmed it. And on the cap on the video it was saying she was being bullied. And here you are coming home bullying your grandmother, not your mother, your grandmother. That is despicable, man. And I hope the Lord judge that little devil, man, that little demon. All you little demons that's not honoring your father and your mother. And you damn sure don't want to honor your father. The father gets the short end of the stick when it comes to getting honor. You do a lot of you rather honor your mother than your father, but you should honor both. You should honor both. Get another one. This is Proverbs 13 and 24. And it reads, he that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasteneth him betimes, right? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta put that rod to your sons and daughters, man, when they're doing wrong, man. Because when you just let them get away with doing evil, man, you don't love your son or your daughter, man. You gotta chasten them when they're going off, man. Hey, you gotta punish these kids, man. Ain't saying you gotta be a damn, abusive parent, but hey, when they go off, when they disrespect adults, when they disrespect you, they need to be put in a place, man. Don't spare the rod. Beat them, and it starts at a young age. We know in this society that these children they can call CPS on you now, but hey, That hell with that. If you gotta call, they gotta call CPS on you. Let them go. Let them go. Into child protective services and let somebody else get your ass because hey, you trying to show them the right way by not sparing a rod. You know, you gotta get these kids early, man. You gotta start it early. I'm talking about 3, 4 years old, man, because these kids know what they be doing, especially with the technology that we have today and the things that these kids watch, man. They know how to lie already. Good. They know what they be doing, man. So you can't spare the rod because they're young and they're cute and it's mommy's baby, all this bullshit. No, man. Get their ass, man, and they'll love you for it. Get a quick account, the famous account that Second Kings 2 and I'll start at 23. No, I'll start at 23. And he went up from thence unto Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, matter of fact, let me start up just a little bit. I started 22. So the waters were healed unto this day according to the saying of Elisha, which he spake, which he was, matter of fact, should I go up a little bit more? Now I'll get to the point. I read from where I was at. So the waters were healed unto this day according to the saying of Elisha, which he spake, and he went up from Bethel. And he went up from thence unto Bethel, and as he was going up by the way, there came forth little children out of the city and mocked him. You know, they was, talking shit, mocking him, and said unto him, go up, thou bald head, go up, thou bald head. So, hey, these little kids was disrespecting the elder, that came to do what he had to do in the city that he was in, and these kids were mocking him. 2 Kings 2 and 24, and he turned back and looked on them and cursed them in the name of the Lord Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. And there came forth 2 she-bears out of the wood and tear 42 children of them. So the Lord judged 42 children for them disrespecting this man, for disrespecting Elisha. Matter of fact, let me get it in. Let me get it in 2 Kings 2:23. The good news. This is 2 Kings 2:23, and it reads: Elisha left Jericho to go to Bethel, and on the way, some boys came out. It could have been little girls too. And on the way, some boys came out of the town and made fun of him. Yeah, they was making fun of him. Get out of here, Baldy, they shouted. So they told Elisha to get out of here, trying to, mock him and disrespect him. So Elisha turned around, glared at them, and cursed them in the name of the Lord Yahweh Shah. Then 2 she-bears came out of the woods and tore 42 of the boys to pieces. See? So the Lord ain't playing with you damn kids, man, when it comes to disrespect, especially disrespecting the wrong elder. You might disrespect the wrong man, a man of the Lord. And the Lord will judge your ass, man. Especially if that you put them curses on these little demons, man, out here thinking they gangsters and you know thinking they run shit, man. Hey, you need to be under the tutelage of your parents. learning, respecting them as you grow. But hey, these kids don't want that, man. They come out thinking they just know everything, man. I wouldn't tell them shit, man. I ain't telling you shit. If the Lord ain't with you, then the hell with you, man. Because you here for judgment anyway, whether it's for salvation or damnation. Let me get one more scripture and I'm gonna close it out. This is Ezekiel 9:4. And it reads, and the Lord Yahweh Shah said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, because we know Jerusalem is a people before it's a place, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And that's right, the true men that worship Yahweh Shah sighing and crying for all the abominations that be done here, man. You got women over men. You got these children trying to rule over the parent. You got uh, sodomite activity going on. Got pedophilia going on. You got all kind of just wickedness going on that we sign a crying to the Lord about, that these people accept, and they don't think anything. They think it's just normal, man. Oh, that's just what it is. No, that ain't what it is, man. This is a wicked, sinful kingdom that the Lord has his eyes on. He's going to destroy it off the face of the earth, as it says in Amos 9:9 and 8. And it says, and to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite, meaning to kill. Let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity. Talking to the angel, saying, slay utterly old and young. So you old bottles, you old jakes, you ain't exempt either, man, because you old, man. You can be old and wicked. Hey, the Lord saving your ass for judgment, man. It says slay utterly old and young, both maids, which young women, and little children and women. So all the Lord don't the Lord is getting ready to bring judgment to this place, man, if you don't repent, especially if you're an Israelite. And you're a Hebrew Israelite, because that is our nationality. And we have customs and laws, statutes, and commandments that we're supposed to obey and follow to the best of our ability in this captivity that we in. But you Jakes, you wanna live like the heathen. You want to do as the heathen. And the Lord is going to judge you with the heathen. It says, slay utterly old and young, both maids, which means for a young woman, and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark. And that's not talking about the mark of the beast. It's talking about that mark of exemption, the tawah. Let's get it. Because you got to have that mark of exemption coming, just like back in the day, back in ancient times when they put the blood on the post, not to be for the angel to pass over them.
Strong's H8420, Tav,
It
Tav.
says tab, but it's tawah. And it says, desire mark as a sign of exemption from judgment. That's the mark it's talking about. And it says, and begin at my sanctuary. And you Israelites, yeah, we belong to Yahweh Shem Shah. We are his sanctuary. That's why it tells us in 1 Peter 4:17 that judgment, it will begin at the house of his. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get it after this. Then Salah. It says, then they begin at the ancient men which were before the house. And I'm just going to back it up with this real quick and close it out. This is 1 Peter 4:17. And it reads, for the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of the most high power, Yahweh Bashem Shah. And if it begin first, Salak, and if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the most high power, Yahweh Shah? Because a lot of you Jakes, you're not obeying the gospel of Yahweh Shema Shah. You're not putting down pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Um, you're not stopping committing adultery and having orgies and worshiping idols and celebrating these wicked holidays. You're not doing that. So a judgment is going to begin at the house of the Most High, and we are His house, man. We belong to Yahweh Shema Shah. We made a covenant. Whether you wanna be a part of that covenant or not, if you're a Hebrew Israelite, you're a part of that covenant, and you're gonna be judged for not repenting and turning back to Yahweh Shema Shah. And that go for you children also, man. When you at an age, when you at an age when you know better. Hey, so with that, man, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachak, Radash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and blessings to the Akim, pushing this truth forth across the four winds of the earth with all truth and sincerity. Kwam Yashala, Shalom.